Alright guys, just got done using this. I'm going to tell you right now, if you own a car, drive a car, this is an emergency kit that you're going to want to get. Alright guys, so this is a kit by VEVOR. I've been using this now for the past 2 weeks, multiple different vehicles that I've used this on. I gotta say, I was pretty impressed with this kit. So this kit is going to do a lot of things for you in an emergency. You got a flat tire, you need to change your tire, something like that. It's going to make it super easy, super quick, and anybody could do this. So let's go ahead and get inside this box. Alright guys, so we're going to take a look at this VEVOR emergency kit. First of all, let's take a look at the box, because they pretty much thought about everything when they created this kit. Right here, you actually have the emergency caution symbol here, just in case you're on the side of the road, changing your tires, something like that. You can put this box up facing the direction of the traffic. So as people are approaching, they approach with caution. Also, if you guys take a closer look, they have these rough stickers on here. It's almost like the other side of the Velcro. And this is going to allow it to stay in place when you place this in your trunk so it's not sliding around everywhere. It's got metal buckles there. Let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this kit. So this kit is going to allow you to change your tire and also put air in your tire, and you're going to be able to do it twice as fast with half as much energy as you would a traditional jack that's currently in your vehicle. Really compact, not big at all, and this isn't heavy. But we'll go ahead and take a look at the components. So what you're looking at here is a 5-ton hydraulic electric jack. Also built in the side here is a compressor, and then on the other side you have a bunch of air fittings for different applications. So this right here is going to be an air compressor and the jack, along with, it does have a light here, 2 work lights, one on the front, one on the top here, to be able to help assist you at night if you're changing a tire or putting air in your tire. Along with the jack, you're also going to get an electric impact. The impact has a level gauge on the top there, not really necessary. Does have forward and reverse, plug on the bottom. And I'll show you how this works here in a little bit. All of this is going to plug into your 12-volt power source. So either your cigarette lighter in your vehicle, and then this end is going to plug into either the compressor / jack or the impact. And then another way to hook this up is if you don't have access to, say, the 12-volt cigarette lighter, they give you an adapter to use the 12-volt cigarette lighter, and then you can hook this up directly to your battery. They got a lot of cord here, so it's going to reach a good distance. Also, they do give you some work gloves, which are nice. They're a little bit on the smaller side, but they definitely still work. You get a headlamp. So go ahead, I haven't even used the gloves or the headlamp yet. So we'll go ahead and take this out. So that's what the headlamp's going to look like. Does it have any batteries in it? No batteries. So it didn't come with any batteries, so make sure before you take this kit out, you put batteries in here. There's 3 AAA batteries, it looks like, and there's the headband. But they pretty much thought of everything when they built this kit. Then you also get 4 different sockets. These are reversible depending on which end you need to use. 21 millimeter, 23 millimeter, and then they have a 17 millimeter and a 19 millimeter. Also, they have a rubber top here that goes right on the top of this in case you need to run this into a pinch weld, something like that, just a little added protection. And then they do have your manual for both the electric jack / compressor and the impact. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how simple it is to use this. This is going to make changing a tire super easy. So I got the 12-volt plug plugged into this power station, and inside this compartment you'll find your other plug. Go ahead and plug the 12-volt into this. And then once you do that, the display will light up. Alright guys, so here's a closer look at the controls and the display. You got your on and off over here, easy enough. You got your units, So this is what you're going to use to set your compressor. You can set it, I got it set to PSI for the units, and then you can turn up the PSI. So while your compressor is pumping up your tire, when it gets to that pressure, it will turn off. Over here is the up and down button. Pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be able to use this to control the jack. Then over here, you have your air pump. And then you have your light, which the light is right on the front. And then on the top, this is really nice. I like this because this assists in where you're placing your jack, especially if you're doing this at night. It helps out a lot. All right, guys, so for the electric jack here, you do have some adjustability up top here. You can unscrew this, and it does have a little bit of height adjustment. Now, you're not going to want to unscrew this too far, because if you unscrew it too far, then it could possibly cause a hazard when you're jacking up the vehicle. Now, as far as the height on this, at the lowest, it's going to be about 6 inches. Now, there's a look at the jack fully extended, and you're looking at about 16 and a half inches in height there. Like I said, you can play with this a little bit, but I wouldn't extend this too far up. So as you guys can see, the jack does move fairly slow. Not a huge deal, but I just wanted to point that out. And also, when it does reach its top or the bottom, you do have to manually turn it off because it'll keep running. So you see it's bottomed out and it kept running. You got to turn it off yourself. Now, as far as the compressor, say you want to run the compressor and the jack at the same time, don't know why you would want to, but you can't. You only can run one or the other. Now let's talk about the build quality. This is mainly all plastic. This is a plastic housing. This on the bottom is steel. So this is what's going to go against the ground while you're jacking. So that makes sense. So I'm assuming that this is steel, and then everything incorporated in the jacking is all steel, and then it just has a plastic build around it. I don't mind the plastic because it does keep it light. Now we'll go on to the impact. When you want to use the impact, you're just going to unplug it from the jack, and then you're going to go ahead and plug in your impact. So the cool thing about this is it also has a light. So with the impact, pretty easy, self-explanatory if you've ever used the impact before. But there is one thing that I did notice. Now, it does have the switch on each side for forward or reverse. Usually when you hit the left side of whatever you're using, impact or drill or anything like that, it's gonna go in that direction. So this would be loosening, right? So if you look at this, it actually starts tightening. So here's a drill, Ryobi drill. I got it right there, and it should be going the same way. It goes the opposite way. You go ahead and you hit the right side, push the right side in. Now you're actually loosening. So you definitely want to keep that in mind when you're using this, because it's not like your traditional drill or anything like that, where you push in the right side, you're tightening, you push in the left side, you're loosening. That's one thing I did notice. The other thing is this kind of has like a hammer feature for the impact. It's going to rev up and then it's going to hammer or impact the socket. So we'll go ahead and put it in reverse. See if you guys can see this. So you hold it a little bit, it kind of builds up RPMs, and then it's going to slam that socket. So see how it just slammed it once it got to a certain RPM? So that's how it uses the energy to get your lug nuts loose. Now as far as durability, I don't know how long this is going to last. Like I said, I've only had this for a couple weeks, but I haven't had an issue breaking any lug nuts loose with this, nor lifting a full-size truck or a compact car with this. Alright guys, so we're going to try out the inflator on the VEVOR. You guys can see completely flat tire on this Ford Focus. It's a 15-inch tire. Go ahead. Already got it hooked up, and it's running to my cigarette lighter for power. Got the units adjusted to PSI. We'll do 32. And then we'll go ahead and time this. Alright guys, so we'll start this, hit the air pump, and I started my watch, and we'll see how long it takes to pump up this completely flat tire. Just hit 16 PSI, and we're pushing a minute 30. Alright guys, so it just stopped and we're at 3 minutes 32 seconds at 32 psi. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to test this with my digital gauge. Take this off. And I got my digital gauge here, 32. So the gauge is accurate also. Let's try a full-size truck. I got this up underneath. I'm gonna put her right under the frame. I do have that extended a little bit, but not overextended. And we'll see how well this lifts. Alright guys, so the tire is up off the ground. Now, I didn't have the truck running, so that's probably why it sounded like it was struggling a little bit. Alright guys, you probably can hear I started up the truck because I want to see if it's going to struggle with the truck running. Guys, so as you can see, definitely didn't struggle at all, had no issues. So definitely want to keep your vehicle running so this gets the amount of juice it needs to lift up your vehicle. So we'll go ahead and we'll try to pull these lug nuts off. Now these were tightened at the shop because I just got some new tires on here, so they put these on with the impact at the shop. So we'll see if the impact of this VEVOR will take these off. Alright, I got that one off. And there we go, guys. Taking the lug nuts right on off. I'm not going to go ahead and do all 6 of these. We'll do one more. There you go. Go ahead and tighten these back up. All right, here we go. All right, no problem with that one. Go ahead and do the next one. Trying to do this one-handed. There you go. Got that one. Go ahead and do this other one. There you go. And last one. There you go, guys. I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. Oh, this one you need a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright guys, so there you go, a quick rundown of the VEVOR 5-ton electric jack / compressor with the impact. You get your gloves, you get your headlamp, everything you need to be able to change your tire or put air in your tire on the side of the road. I definitely like this product. I think they thought of everything, all the way from the hazard symbol on the box itself. Really like this kit. As far as longevity with it, won't know. I'll keep you guys updated because I'm sure I'll be using this. This is going to be my go-to now for changing any tires or putting air in a tire. I'm probably going to go ahead, pick one up for my daughter and my wife, put it in their vehicles just because it's going to be way easier for them to change a tire if I'm not available and they're stranded on the side of the road. If you guys are interested in one of these kits, I'll put some links down below This kit is actually pretty affordable also, a little bit over $100, and for what you're getting, I think it's a great pickup. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this product, or maybe you guys use the product that's similar and you guys know the longevity of one of these. Put that in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you found this video informative, go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys like what I'm doing on my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next one, guys, I'll talk to you later.